I'm Kira Jean Davenport Davis, and I work at a car rental agency. I absolutely do not enjoy my job. In fact, I can't stand it. Even though I got a business degree at Curry College, I find no pleasure in managing anything, let alone a rent-a-car company. Yeah, so I hate it. You know what? I first took the job because the economy was tight. I needed, security. It in no way reflects who I am as a person. I basically only get to do that with what I wear to work. High heels, stilettos, nice clothing, but then I find myself cleaning up goop and throw up and feces in rental cars, and it's no fun in designer clothing. So no, it absolutely does not reflect me as a person. Well, there are tons of things that happen every day. I definitely go home with a lot of stories, but one of them definitely sticks out. One of our car preps was cleaning out a rental car, and he came in, very naive, sweetheart of a guy, but was holding up a humongous bag of white powdery substance. I'm talking, this bag was probably, I don't know, this big, Ziploc bag with the stuff in it, and instantly my manager and I looked at each other, obviously, as innocent as the car prep was, he was like, what would this be? First thought that came to my mind was cocaine, and of course, back in September 11th or whatever, around that time, no one would even think twice about even touching that, let alone picking it up and opening the bag up, which is what we did. And we opened the bag up, and I've gone to college, I've been around it, not saying I did it, but I definitely stuck my nose in there just to see if I could get an aroma. And we ended up having to call the police and the fire department. My manager proceeded to call the customer that had left it in the rental. They sounded very disgruntled and claimed it was Splenda. Then the fire cops, the firemen show up, as do the police officers, and they had to detox the scene to make sure it wasn't a threat or anything. Of course, by that time, if it was anthrax, we'd all be dead. They, searched through it, took it away, and we haven't heard back yet, as to see if it's cocaine or illegal, but I'm telling you, if that stuff would be worth money on the streets. I'm still wondering why I didn't take some of it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Essentially, my dream job would be one of three things: a hairstylist, an Anne Boleyn impersonator, or a makeup artist. I'm actually very lucky to have a great manager and boss where I currently work. That is actually the only thing I do like about my job right now. Quite contrary to some people where it is in fact the manager or supervisor that gives them hell, it's very different at my workplace. He, is a great manager. He always has my back, which is key, in a managerial role. So to continue on with business management, essentially, I look up to him in how to succeed in that. So I'm very lucky in that aspect. The answer is quite simple. Follow your heart, follow your instincts. I went to college, on my father's whim, actually. He was really the one that pushed me going to school. It's great to obviously get an education. I did very well in high school. I loved schooling. I loved, learning. I just didn't necessarily want to pursue a career ever in business management, which is what, in fact, I majored in. I always wanted to do hair. I always wanted to do makeup. I've loved acting since I was very young, but I never followed my dream. And So here I am now, and yes, I am secure. I'm paying off the student loans, but being $100,000 in debt and not being happy about paying it back for something you don't even love doing is never worth your dream. So definitely follow your heart and go for the gold.